Captain Greg here with Learn to Fish with Us. Well, today we were out fishing. Really, we went out to fish for bluegills, and boy, did we get some dandies today. We threw back a bunch of 8.5 inchers. We threw one back that was 9.5 today, and we kept enough for a meal for Brad and I. But we also got onto the perch today. What we were doing, we were fishing just off a weed line in a nice open area. And how did we know that? Well, what we did is we did side imaging as we went up and back, and we noticed this one area that had a nice opening compared to all the other weeds around, and it appeared that a lot of nice bluegills that were ready post-spawn, along with some perch all the way up to 10.5 inches, 11 inches. They were awesome. But what we want to just talk about a little bit is about the rigs we were using. So I was using a rocket bobber. Only pain about the rocket bobber is I was fishing about 6 foot of water, so I had to have this thing set about 5 foot 10 inches, just 2 inches off the bottom. And due to that, it gets attached to your line, just like a spring bobber. So what that means is I need 6 foot of line out. So another great way of doing this is probably just using a slip bobber and then setting it a couple inches off the bottom. I then had a swivel, which made a lot of sense because it allowed my line not to be twisting all the time. And then I had, about a 154 ounce jig, but I was also fishing a second line that had, I'd say about probably a 16th ounce jig, and that jig was really hot for the perch. Then our second combo that we were working with was we're actually using a Roadrunner jig, and just pitching it right to the edge of the weeds, and then you let it hit bottom so you get slack in your line, and then you start reeling. The only pain with this was where we were fishing had a bit of a slimy weed to it, so it can get a little frustrating. But we also caught some really nice, 13, 14 inch bass. They were fun to catch, on ultralight equipment. So talking a little bit about the equipment we were using, so I was using a Berkley Series 1 rod and ultralight. And if you look at the footage from today's bluegill fishing and perch fishing, you'll see how these rods were bent over. So making it a nice, enjoyable fight when you do get a fish on. So these were the tips today that we used when we were fishing out here for bluegills and perch. Be patient. I think that's all you're doing.